There's a lot about college basketball that you don't know. The shortest player being 5'3", an entire team disappearing 3 years after a major financial scandal, and the most unique MVP who broke the scoring record without any three-pointers. Here are 15 of the wildest things you didn't know about college basketball. And at number 15, we got a college basketball shocker that's hard to top. The University of Virginia, carrying the weight of the #1 seed in the NCAA tournament, faced an unthinkable defeat. They didn't lose to a 16 seed. They were blown out by 20 points. This historic upset shattered the myth of invincibility surrounding the top teams, turning the basketball world upside down and leaving fans in disbelief. But just when you thought college basketball couldn't get any more unpredictable, we hit number 14, where in 2008, the NCAA revealed a scandal involving Florida State University, where they completely erased 14 of the basketball team's wins, including a tournament victory. This drastic measure was due to some teammates cheating on an online music history class. If there's one thing the NCAA doesn't mess around about, it's music history. But if you thought that scandal was bad, this drama off court steals the spotlight. Take, for instance, number 13, the story of the Phantom program. The University of San Francisco, a proud institution, faced a sudden downfall. They disbanded their basketball program due to financial and ethical issues. The short of it, people were pretty loose with their accounting and brushed off some complaints about a pretty serious assault. However, the program was reinstated in 1985 when the smoke cleared, marking one of the most dramatic turnarounds in college sports history. And just when you thought college basketball couldn't throw another curveball, we hit number 12. Northern Illinois University basketball team in 2013 scored only 4 points in the first half against Eastern Michigan. You heard that right, 4 points. This isn't just a bad game, it's a record-setting low in the NCAA Division I. It's a reminder that in college basketball, sometimes the unexpected becomes the headline. If you think that's hard to believe, heading into number 11, we confront the near impossible challenge of picking a perfect March Madness bracket. The odds are so astronomical at 1 in 9.2 quintillion. In fact, it's easier to win the Mega Millions lottery twice consecutively than to predict every game correctly in the tournament. DePaul's University math professor, Jeff Burgeon, has crunched the numbers, underscoring the sheer unpredictability and madness of March. If you think that sounds impossible, at number 10, we dive into a time where the NCAA banned the slam dunk. This ban from 1967 to 1976 was primarily aimed at curbing the dominance of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was so proficient at dunking, the NCAA felt compelled to eliminate the move entirely. This prohibition of one of basketball's most exciting plays speaks volumes about the impact a single player's skill set had on the game's rules. At number 9, we uncover a financial havoc of March Madness. It's a period where Wallet Hub reports a staggering $1.9 billion per hour is drained from corporations due to decreased productivity. Employees captivated by the thrill of the game often swap spreadsheets for scoreboards, leading to a nationwide dip in work output. This annual basketball bonanza illustrates the powerful grip of collegiate hoops on the American workforce. But this financial drain flips to a feast in the food and beverage sector. We enter a realm where pizza and beer are the true champions of March Madness.
This guy's in the corner looked like was he going to deliver the McDonald's to somebody on the court?
Who's he delivering it to?
The ref.
The
ref said later. Give it to me later.
According to the best schools in Wallet Hub, beer production swells by nearly 3 million barrels, and pizza deliveries see a 20% jump during the tournament. Not to be outdone, chicken wing orders soar by 23%, painting a picture of a nation united by the shared rituals of game-to-day consumption. This surge not only feeds the hungry masses, but also underscores the cultural phenomenon of March Madness. And then at number 7, we revisit a legendary moment in college basketball history. The year 1981. We see Bradley and Cincinnati engage in what only could be described as a basketball odyssey. They encountered 7 overtimes, a relentless showdown that concluded in a narrow 75-73 victory for Cincinnati. This record-breaking game tested the limits of human stamina and the competitive spirit. If you're enjoying this video so far, join the winning team by subscribing. Together, we can reach the goal of 1,000 subscribers so we can keep bringing you the best videos possible. Speaking of other underdog stories, we have number 6. Think if your low seed team doesn't stand stand a chance? Well, Villanova, an 8th seed, turned the tables and won the NCAA men's tournament in 1985, defeating the top seed Georgetown, in which it's still hailed as the biggest upset in college basketball history.
Well, no one thought we could do it, but I did, and so did they.
This victory wasn't just a win, it was a seismic shift, proving that in March Madness, ranks is just a number. But if you think any seed above 8 would be able to take home a championship, think again. Coming in at number 5, we have the cursed number 5 seed. You might think being ranked 5th gives you a fighting chance, but history tells a different story. No team seeded at number 5 has ever clinched the NCAA title, despite 3 of them reaching the championship game. Florida in 2000, Indiana in 2002, and Butler in 2010 all came close but couldn't break the curse, leaving us to wonder if the number 5 is jinxed in the history of college basketball. If you thought the 5th seed was tough, we hit number 4. There's only been one instance in NCAA history where all 4 number 1 seeds slept through the regionals to make it to the Final Four. This rare alignment of the stars happened in 2008 when Kansas, Memphis, UCLA, and North Carolina showcased their top seed power, to which Kansas emerged victorious, solidifying 2008 as a year when the cream truly rose to the top. But flipping the script to number 3, we find another fact that could be straight from a movie. Enter Tyrone Muggsy Bogues, the shortest player in college basketball history, whose college days at Wake Forest University were a precursor for his legendary NBA career, standing at just 5'3". Muggsy wasn't just playing the game, he was redefining what it meant to be a basketball player, challenging the giants of the sport with sheer talent and an unbreakable spirit. His journey from Wake Forest to the NBA is a testament to the power of determination and skill, proving that greatness isn't measured in height, but in the size of one's heart and the depth of one's resolve. At number 2, we encounter another bizarre statistical anomaly. Despite Nevada and Wyoming boasting NCAA national championship trophies, these states have actually never hosted an NCAA tournament game. It's a strange fact, especially when you contrast it with the 257 games played in North Carolina. I guess no one wants to make the trip. Sorry, Nevada and Wyoming. Before we reveal the mysterious MVP for number 1, here are some bonus facts. There's only one University of Kansas basketball coach that's gone out with a losing record, and that's James Naismith. Before you hate on James, let me tell you, he was the person that invented basketball. Sounds like a joke, right? But it's true. James, the Canadian who crafted the game, used it to keep his students active during dreary Canadian days. But unfortunately, he couldn't quite turn his strategic genius into wins on the court. This quirky slice of history underlines the unpredictable nature of sports, where the creator of a game isn't necessarily the best coach. Speaking of places no one has been, no coach with a beard has ever snagged the national championship. It's a strange tidbit, but in a clean-shaven history of the NCAA victors, bearded coaches have not yet made their mark on the ultimate prize, leaving us to wonder if the next tournament we'll finally see will be a bearded man to cut down the net. But when we talk about winners, here's what we have for number 1. You might think setting a scoring record in college basketball is about sinking 3-pointers left and right, but let's turn the clock back to the mystery MVP. Enter Pete Maravich, the wizard of the hardwood, who didn't just lead the pack, he defined it, amassing more than 400 points beyond his closest competitor. And here's the kicker, he did it all in just 3 years, without the luxury of a 3-point line. Pete's scoring spree in the late 60s and early 70s wasn't just impressive, it was a spectacle of basketball brilliance, leaving fans and future stars in awe. His record isn't just a number, it's a towering legacy that has stood the test of time, making Pistol Pete a legend who shoots his way into the history books with unparalleled skill and flair. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Feel free to watch one of these other videos right here. I'll see you in the next one.